This is Amud Yomi Gemara in Shabbos Daf Pei Gimel Amud Beis. We're holding the very top of Pei Gimel Amud Beis. We just finished discussing that we have a unique way that there could be a tumah of a hesed. Usually, hesed has to be by carrying something, and therefore they could only be, of course, by a human being. They could carry something. We concluded with a unique chiddush that an avodah zarah can even have tumas hesed. An avodah zarah certainly cannot carry something. We said a case in which sitting on a kaf maznayim, it's sitting on a scale, and therefore by weighing something down, that is in essence carrying the other side. Therefore, that could affect Tomas Hesed even by this inanimate object. Continues the Gemara in the top line. Come on, Danya. Who does the following brisa go like? That says as follows: Kol anything that is tamei, that does hesed, that causes other object to be carried, the item remains tahar. Chutz meisita shel zav, except for the case of something being carried by a zav. Only in that scenario will the hesed of the zav become and cause the item to be tamei. What's the reason? We don't find a chaver, literally a friend, with regard to Tumas Hesed. It says the Gemara, a Tumas Hesed of a Zav is unique, that there's no partner with this. This is as well something above a Zav and something that's supporting an object. Both of them are unique, that nothing else has this unique type of Tuma. Lema Deloik Rav Akiva. So who is this brisa that's explaining that this Tumas Hesed of a Zav is so unique? So suggest the Gemara, we should say it's not like Rav Akiva. Why? Do you Rav Akiva? You cannot be Avodah Zarah. Based on that which we just said, that Avodah Zarah also could create a Hesed. So it's not just that Seitei Shel Zav, like the brisa says, that could cause that a inanimate object to become Tamei. Even Avodah Zarah has the same. So based on the chiddush that we just said, the Gemara wants to ask that this brisa seemingly is not like Rabbi Akiva, because according to Rabbi Akiva there is matzinu chaver. Answers the Gemara, no. If you take Rabbi Akiva, Tana Nami, Tana Zav, Dami. When the brisa said that Zav is unique, it didn't mean just Zav. It means anything that's the same thing in this chiddush of Avodah Zarah is that it is the same thing as Seitei Shel Zav. So continues the Gemara with a Shaila. Shaila based on the previous Hamudim, which is, what do we do with the Ivarim, the limbs, the parts of an Avodah Zarah? 6 lines down, by Rav or Chama Bar Guria. Avodah Zarah, yesh leivarim, eino leivarim. The Toma of Avodah Zarah, if there's a part of an Avodah Zarah that comes detached, dismembered, not part of the actual idol itself, what is the status of those items? And to be clear, Rashi speaks out that it does not refer to, as we're probably thinking, that if you break off a part of the Avodah Zarah, because that for sure is not Tamei. The question is, when we have an Avodah Zarah that's made out of different parts, different pieces, and we have a piece of the Avodah Zarah that's not attached currently, does that piece have dinim of Tuma or not? So explains the Gemara, in a case where a hedyid, a regular person, could put it back together, shtickle Humpty Dumpty matz, if you could put all the pieces of the Zara back together, then of course they come under Chleris Tami. Then it has the status as if it is attached, and therefore, of course, it will yes be Tama. What's the Shaila? The Shaila is where a hedyid is not able to put the Avodah Zarah back together. So not Shaila Mai, what's the halach? Excuse me. Since a head you can't put it back together, it's if it's broken, therefore there's no tama. Or maybe we'll say that lamaisa, is there anything chaser, is anything missing from the idol, from the Avodah Zarah right now, from the fact that it's not put together? The answer is no. It's all the pieces are here. It's just not put together. So maybe in that scenario, there would yes be Toma. Says the Gemara, a similar shayla. Some has the shayla in the following way. Where the way this, so now some learn the shayla on the flip. When a hedyet is not able to put it back together, it's not a shayla to command it dummy, it's pashit that is broken and there's no tum. But on the flip side, a hedyet is yes able to put it back together. The command the mechaber dummy. Do we say because a hedyet can put it together, it has a status, and if it is together, therefore it's yes tamei. Or maybe not. Very good. You could put it back together. But right now, did you? No. Right now, it's dismantled. And therefore, there will not be any Tama. Says the Gemara, Teiku. We're going to have to wait for Leo and Navi to answer that Shayla. Continues the Gemara, Bayi Rav Achdubai Bar Ami. Smack in the middle of the narrow lines. The first word of the line is Achdubai. Asks Rav Achdubai Bar Ami of Dezara Bechusa Mikzais Ma'u. What is the halacha? If you have an Avodah Zarah that is smaller than a kizayis, and again, Rashi here speaks out. It's not talking about a case where there's a piece broken off of a large Avodah Zarah. No, we're talking about a case where the entire Avodah Zarah, you mamish a mini idol, the entire Avodah Zarah is less than a kizayis. So says the Gemara. What are you asking? If you ask with regard to Isser, is it included in the Isser of Avodah Zarah that there's an Isser Hana on an idol? And are you asking that such a teeny little Avodah Zarah that has an Isser Hana? Says the Gemara, it's Pashit, it's included. Why? Because Vav Bali Karain, which was an idol, even though it was teeny, had the din of a full-fledged Avodah Zarah. Titania, as you learned in a Bryce, says the Basek in Shaiftim that the Klal Yisrael made Baal Bris for a god. They worship this idol. Then, what is this idol? That explains the Bryce, says Zvav Bali Karain. Melamed, this teaches that what's the Pasuk teaching us? That those who worship this idol, what do? They made something that they feared. They made an image which they feared, and that was this idol of Zvov. When they put it in his wallet. Whenever he thought about it, he would take this teeny little Avodah Zarah from his wallet. He would hug this idol, and they would kiss the idol. And since people, the Psukim and Shaftim teach us, we're so attached. So what do we see? We see it as a din of a regular Avodah Zarah. So explains the Gemara that it's pashit that with regarding Isser, the regular Isser Anan Avodah Zarah applies even to a teeny little Avodah Zarah. So what's the Shaila? The Shaila is regarding our Sugya. Our Sugya is Toma, Elalinian Toma. Does such a teeny little idol have a din of Toma or not? My. Do we say the sins of Avodah Zarah is compared to a sheretz? Just as a sheretz says Tama when it has the size of an adash of a lentil, so too Avodah Zarah is the same size. Therefore, it has to be the size of an adash. Or maybe we find that Avodah Zarah and the psukim are equated to a mace. Ma mace b'kizayis, Avodah Zarah b'kizayis. And therefore, perhaps we should say that just as a mace only has Tama if it's the size of a zayis, size of an aleph, so too Avodah Zarah has to be an aleph. So says the Gemara, the Shaila of Rav Achdubai Bar Ami is not referencing the Isser of Avodah Zarah, but rather is referencing the Isser, whether there's Toma on this teeny little Avodah Zarah, does it have a din like a sheretz, or that'll even be b'chadasha, or does it have a din of a mace, which will be only b'kizayis. So let's bring a raya. What is the din of Toma Nachamol? Din of Toma by this Avodah Zarah, the size of a zayis. Says the Brais Avodah Zarah v'chuzim ekzayis in bo Toma kol iker. Avodah Zarah that is less than a zayis has no Toma at all, says the Brais. Shenamar v'yashlech zafar al kever b'nei and he threw its dust on the kever of the people who had worshipped it. So what do we see from the pasuk that equates and makes and is makish avodah zarah to a kever? Ma'ameis b'kezayis avodah zarah b'kezayis. So says the Gemara, if avodah zarah is pachas b'kezayis, there'll be no tuma. Says the Gemara, let's go back full circle to where we started this little bit of a difficult sugya, the machlekes, Rav Akiva and the Rabbanan, and the way that Rav Elazar explained, the Rabbanan, what is reason of a desire is equated to Asheretz. The reason is that there's no Tomas Masa, Lenida Deina Leivarim. What's the reason that it's equated to Anida? Is that there's no Din Leivarim. Lemeis to Dolay Mitam Bechadasha. What's the reason for Tamis? It's not Mitam Bechadasha. So now we go full circle. Now we understand all the reasons why Avodah Zarah is put in the Torah next to Sheretz, next to Nida, and next to Mis. But ask the Gemara, why are we saying that these are all three Hakishim teaching us Kula? Says the Gemara, let's say they come teach us L'chomra. That what? What reason does the Torah compare Avodah Zarah to Asheretz to teach that there'll be tama the size of an adasha like a sheretz? Leinida letamuye b'mavin b'masama. Ikshach one of the meis letamuye b'ayel. And why lemeis ayel? So the Gemara wants to know. Yes, we know that there's 3 times that this avodah zarah is equated to these 3 items. But why are we taking kula dikadinim of these 3 items? Say lachomra. Explains the Gemara, Thomas avodah zarah derabbanani, which of course is a chiddush because we find on one hand that avodah zarah has a iser hana, so it's very chomer. On the other hand, says the Gemara, but it's all a derabbanan, and therefore v'kula chumra kula makshinan l'chumra loy makshinan. And as much so avodah zarah avad is very machmir, but we're going to be makish it l'kula and not lechumra. We'll conclude with just beginning the Mishnah and the next Gemara. Says the Mishnah, continuing the halachas of Tama, when it comes to a boat, Menayin l'sfina shehita hayra. How you know a sfina is not mekabel Tama? Shenema derech anya b'leiv yam. Says the pasuk, a pasuk in Mishlei, that the path of the ship is the heart of the sea. We see from here that the boat, the ship, the aniyah, has a din like the yam, which of course means it cannot be makabel tuma, it's impervious to tuma. So let's just begin the Gemara. It says the Gemara, Pshita aniyah b'leiv yami. It's obvious that a ship is the heart of the sea. So why does the pasuk give to tell us? Kamash b'lan ki yam. The Torah, the pasuk, the Mishlei, Shlomo Melech writes this to teach us that the aniyah has a din of a yam. Mayam tar av sfina tahira, just like the yam is tar, so too the sfina is going to be tar. I'll pick it up from here. B'siyata dishmaya.